Okay, we got a huge update on the police charges filed by the innocent reporter who was attacked, assaulted. There's some updates that you have to check out. I'm also going to be calling upon you. You have an opportunity here, my fellow Nez Nation, American citizens, global citizens. I don't care what country you're from, wherever you're watching this, you watching this right now have an opportunity to expedite this process to make sure that Jasmine, representative from Texas, full of Crockett, gets the justice that she deserves. I'm going to talk about that and a whole lot more. But first, she did it again, folks. She did it again. Every time she opens her mouth, I feel like the credibility of America. It's so hard to believe that she's a representative in Congress of these United States of America. It just blows my mind that this person is an elected official. I guarantee you something happened. Something is awry. Something is definitely rotten in Denmark. If there is a full investigation into her district and how she actually won, I have a strong feeling in my gut there would be something nefarious would arise. But she did it again. She went on a radio broadcast and she went after him and his wife, if you can believe this. Watch this.
And if we continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you. I'm not really sure like what it is.
Well,
but
you
I
couldn't
need
even be married to a white woman under Jim
correct.
Crow.
Correct. And it took Joy to call him out. So I'm like, bruh, like what are you talking about? Like what are you saying? Like he just out here, you know, I feel like they give him his talking points and he's like, yes, massa, I got it.
I really wish I could say that I'm surprised at this point, but you know, every time she opens her mouth, I just feel like the credibility of America plummets. You see how they make everything about race? When you've got no substance, you have no character, when you have absolutely no track record, no achievements, no evidence, no claims, nothing that relates to anything of substance to back up your claims and your arguments, you resort to low-level race baiting. You're the one that makes it all about race. You say kinfolk, but he's not our folks, skinfolk, but not kinfolk, which is such a racist statement. And when did it become so awful to marry somebody? I mean, it's so preposterous that this is even an issue. In 2025, this is an issue. This is why we voted you guys out. We want the America we grew up in. We're sick of your critical race theory. We're sick of your woke, cancerous DEI ideologies and woke principles. We're sick of your race baiting and your race hustling. When did it become so ridiculous, so wrong? When did marrying somebody outside your race, I hate even saying it because I never make anything about race, hiring, being a friend of someone, I separate people into two groups. Either you're a good person or you're a jerk. I don't care about some arbitrary skin tone pigmentation. I don't care about your gender, your race, your ethnicity, your sexual orientation. If you're a good person, you're with me. Period. Point blank. I don't care. But when did marrying somebody of the opposite race become so get you excommunicated from the kinfolk? Because if that's the case, Jasmine full of Crockett, what about Barack Obama? This right here is Barack Obama's mother, Stanley Ann Dunham, who was white, okay? And who, by the way, was a consultant for international development of USAID, 1979 to 1980. That's a fun fact for everybody. But so are you saying that Obama is skinfolk but not kinfolk because he has a white mother? Is that right? Well, wait, there's more. What about Kamala, who married a white husband? Or what about Ketanji Brown Jackson, who married a white husband? As a matter of fact, it just keeps going on and on. Look at AOC married a white guy. Ilhan Omar has a white husband, believe it or not. So are they all skinfolk that aren't kinfolk? You're just a giant embarrassment, Crockett. No, it's so funny to me that, and there's also kind of reports that maybe Hakeem Jeffries I can't confirm them, but that he donated to Jasmine Crockett's campaign even before she decided to run, which is really weird. Um, why aren't the Democrats coming out and coming out? I mean, you guys have the worst approval ratings in the history of your entire party. It's like below 20%. It's like it can't get much worse. And there's even reports now, there's a few Democrats talking behind the scenes saying, yeah, we can't say anything because the radical faction of this party will absolutely cancel you. There's some things that we don't agree with. We don't agree with men and women's sports. We don't agree with men and women's bathrooms. We don't agree with some of these woke DEI policies, et cetera, et cetera. But they're afraid to come out because, of the backlash they'll get because the party is basically held hostage by this radical woke faction. But you know what? As much credibility as Obama lost at the end of the 2024 election when he perpetuated the both sides are good people lie hoax, which was so lazy and just so absolutely egregious, this would be a pretty good time. Never mind Hakeem Jeffries or never mind Schumer or maybe the Democratic leaders, but this would be a pretty good time for somebody like you, Obama, to step up and be like, you need to shut up, Jasmine. You need to sit down. Like, you are destroying the party. You're destroying the credibility. It's bad enough that we can't win anything. It's bad enough that our approval ratings are so low. But I mean, some of these guys need to step up and just say something. And I guarantee you, if somebody stepped up, their approval rating would go up by at least 8% or 10%, if not higher. Because the whole country can't stand this individual. I mean, she is a giant embarrassment. There may be a small percentage that back full of Crockett, but I know for a fact, doing my research and my diligence, there is a large swath. The majority think the same as Trump does, the same as I do, same as you do. She's low level. It has nothing to do with race. Has nothing to do with gender. I don't care if she's a man, a white male. I mean, look at Tampon Tim. Tampon Tim is the biggest bozo the clown, to come out in ages. It has nothing to do with race. She's a giant embarrassment. She's not intelligent. She's faking a sort of jive accent because I'm not going to show you the videos. You can look for them yourself. I've showed them in the past. There's clips of her talking in a completely different style and tone as somebody who's educated and sophisticated, or maybe that's an act. I don't know. I think this is more of an act. The point is she's a fraud and she's a giant embarrassment. Why doesn't anybody come out and say anything? They lack the balls? Do they lack the courage? Do they lack the spine? Well, it's the Hippocrats, of course. But I'm telling you right now, if you can glean any understanding as to why our guy won in 2024, the fact that Donald Trump is not even really a quote unquote conservative or Republican, he has really revolutionized politics as we know it. And he's created a revolutionary party of common sense. The mission of our channel is to make common sense go viral. This lost, beleaguered, completely fractured party called the Democrats, I call them the Hippocrats. This is an opportunity for somebody to step up to the plate. This is an opportunity for somebody like a Trump-esquian individual who's against the grain, outside the box, outside the swamp, completely different, shows a little authenticity, a little moxie. You need balls. The landscape is rife for an opportunity for somebody to step up. Who's going to do it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Okay, so police update. Charges were filed against Jasmine Crockett for the assault of a reporter. If you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to share the clip again just so you can see it for yourself. And then come on back as I have a huge update on what is the latest on this. Check this out first.
Shoveling horse manure.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Shoveling horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, well.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
Two wheelbarrow load.
But it sounds...
Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Would you like to clarify your comments?
Good luck.
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence at the Tesla?
Okay, you can see that that was just an innocent question right there that was being asked of a representative. That's your job. You're supposed to answer questions. You serve the public. That was an innocent new media reporter, Charles Downs from, I believe he's affiliated with Laura Loomer. He filed a police report with the Washington, D.C. Capitol Police. Now, that has been officially filed. And it looks like now the charges have been referred and even updated to assault and battery by Jasmine Crockett. And it is now sitting on the desk of the Washington, D.C. U.S. Attorney, Ed Martin. I'm going to show you his information in just a bit. But it was more than just assault and grabbing the camera. Check this picture, which I just discovered. And by the way, the other guy who's an absolute witness to that assault, never mind the video footage, is Representative Tim Burchett, who we love. I showed a video yesterday of him absolutely schooling his stalker who tried to catch him off guard, but he just lambasted. If you missed that video, go check it out after this one. But check out this picture right here that Charles Down posted of the scratch that he got from Jasmine Crockett. Check this out. Okay, so you can see that is his the top of his wrist right there, and it looks like there is a nail kind of indent there. It might have bled before. I don't see any scab, but you can see it's extremely red. You can see the top of his wrist is red and inflamed, and you can definitely see a little nail gash, maybe even two, right there on the screen. But regardless of all of that, she assaulted him, and she's got charges, criminal charges against her. And right now it is sitting on the desk of this gentleman right here. And this is where you come in. Check this out. Okay, so this is Edward R. Martin. He is the United States Attorney of the District of Columbia, DC, and it is sitting. The charges are sitting on his desk right now. Now, I have messaged him. I have sent him a voicemail. I've sent him an email. His number and email. I'm going to leave a link to this website right here so you can actually click on his email. But take a screenshot right now. I want you to call and contact his office. This cannot be, no pun intended, whitewashed over. It cannot. You can't just sit by and let a representative of Congress, an elected official whose oath of office is a primary directive to serve the public. We cannot have that representative attack the public when all they did was ask a very easy, sincere question to denounce Tesla violence against Tesla dealerships, against American businesses and American workers. So everybody needs to contact U.S. Attorney Martin. Like literally as soon as this video is over, I want you to contact Edward Martin. There you see his number on the screen. Take a screenshot. I will also share a direct link to this bio site of the attorney's website. I will leave that in the description down below just in case, so you can click on it and you can I want you to email him and call him, because I'm telling you right now, this is where you can really, really be a part of change in America. We need to get her out of here. At the very least, she needs to be disbarred. She needs to be banned from Congress. She committed a criminal act. She assaulted somebody, and the buck needs to stop somewhere. And so I really, really hope everybody watching, share this with everybody you know as well. Tap that thumbs up. We need this video to go viral. I really, really hope everybody will share this. Everybody will contact U.S. Attorney Martin so we can get this done. Please do so. I can't wait to hear your comments on everything that we talked about today. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Nez, I want to get one of those awesome hats. These are 100% original, made in the USA designs. You can get them in our shop right now in the pinned comment, also in the description down below. Just click that link and we got a ton of new designs, we got hats, hoodies, shirts, tank tops, shorts, backpacks, the whole 9 yards. You got to go check them out right now in the comments down below. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA. I'll see you soon.